Gets it over there only as far as Clisby. Kitchke in there. Clisby again. Back towards John Riley. Threw it out. Quickly Sims. Drops it back. Parker. With him is Reynolds. Off the fingers. Whittlesey gives it away. Popplestone sells the puck. Caught on the left leg, and the kick is a shocker off the side of the boot. It's out on the full.
Well, there's a lot of skill and style on this Sturt side, but there's also a bit of unbridled enthusiasm, which does result in a few kicks being sprayed off the boot like that. But gee, you don't worry about those things when you're playing so well as a team. Craig got the kick away. Andrew Jarman got it out brilliantly to Coops. Away goes Bennett. A one-on-one situation with Roberts and Wellesby. But it's Wellesby who read the ball better through the air and took a fine mark on his chest. Playing sensational footy at fullback. He doesn't mind chancing his arm either. Big Max Parker in front, takes the mark on centre wing. Max likes playing on two. The lead is on from Roberts. Max Parker puts it in front of that player. Wellesby from behind. No mark, play on. Smith got the handball from Wellesby. Lennon gets the kick back towards centre wing. Max Parker and Reynolds. In comes Popplestone, kicks it off the ground. Sturt players everywhere. Painters first there. Away goes Popplestone now, and he puts it out wide towards Moskeny. Look, he'll get a free kick. No doubt about that. John Riley came in late and gave him a whack, and he gets the free kick. Oh, the umpire's going to let him play on. Well, he's covered 50 metres. I don't know about the breaking of the rules there. He's nearly kicked a goal. Kitchke! Oh, he's kicked his fourth goal. Kitchke, 4 goals. Sturt, 9-5. North Adelaide, 3-3 on 10 Sports Action.
A bit of conjecture there. I don't know if Adrian Moskeny came back on his mark to play on. The umpire said he did. He definitely came back a couple of yards, but I still thought he was well clear of where he won the resultant free kick. But the umpire waved it on. He ran his full 15 metres, had a long kick into the square, and Damien Kitchke, geez, a wide-awake player, this guy. What a young man with great promise. Kicked the ball off the ground when he knew he couldn't pick it up, and his 4th goal for the match, and his club's 9th. They are a great side so far, Sturt, today.
You're not wrong. Reynolds against Redden. Line ball, that one, although Redden made some distance for his team. Andrew Jarman through. McWilliam back in defence. Puts out a long one to Scotty Russell. Has to grub her under the half-forward line. Field leads in the race. Will need running support. Brilliantly done. Gets it up to Russell. Here's a chance. Moskeny through the half-forward line. He goes for home with a run. Brilliantly done. Moskeny. Scintillating football. Boots his second. And Sturt hit double figures. 10-5 to 3-3 on 10 Sports Action.
Has shown in the past that it can play very good football, so let's see what happens. Darren Jarman to Sanders to Burton. Burton with pace, that's his forte, puts it right up into the square. Roberts goes back, and he's, no, play on calls the umpire. Close to a mark, but the umpire said keep it going. And it's through for a point. So North Adelaide showing that he can run the ball out of centre and score. North are 3-4, Sturt 10-5.
It must be said, I think, Peter, that North are playing without luck on a few occasions. A couple of marks could have been paid, including that one to Roberts in the square. And further upfield, they've been a little bit unfortunate with a couple of free kicks paid against them.
Smith goes in short to Popplestone. 8 kicks, Popplestone. Oh, the umpire said play on. Quickly back in there is Russell. Gives it back now to Smith. This time Smith goes longer. Reynolds is going to get the leap. Andrew Jarman comes back in field to Redden. Moskeny won't get there. Redden thought about Riley. Will go back to kick long. Big Michael's a little bit aggro today. Attacking corner of the big square. Puts it up now. The lead is on from Roberts. Up clear. Sims around the corner. The bounce will determine. And it's a big, great bounce as far as North Adelaide is concerned. 1 point only, 3-5. Trail the Blues 10-5.
Another example of North's wretched luck today. That could have gone through. Nothing would have stopped it. No players were on hand to really get in the road, but it bounced the wrong side of the post as far as they were concerned.
Darryl Smith kicking off for the Blues, and he gets distance with that ball. Getting it under the ball out there. I think it was Delina. Couldn't mark the ball. The handball comes out to Redden. He gets rid of it like a hot potato. Sanders now puts a high ball in. I don't think anyone will mark that. Wellesby will. Team made a lot of ground. Very hungry young footballer at the moment, Wellesby. don't think full forwards like standing him somehow or other because he's desperate, and he also runs out of defence and sets plays up. Not a good kick away on that occasion by Scott Russell. Neil Craig got nowhere to go. That's what you call a copybook holding the ball here.
Yeah, he couldn't find a running player. McWilliam out of defence, drives long to the half-forward line. Top mark taken there by Field. Is he having a field day? Excuse the pun. Off goes Kitchke. Kitchke's going to get a leap away. Quickly the crumbs in. Down he goes. And the umpire's going to ball it up. I don't know who that is. It's Whittlesey. Well, Whittlesey is moving all over the ground. Graham, where's he playing?
He's ruck roving here, but every time there's a loose ball, Sturt get there first. And North are just trying to get in the road.
Got some pace. Going through was Arnold, but it was finally Darren Jarman who got the kick away back towards centre wing. The bounce favours quickly Stephen Riley. Riley, pretty pacey, gets the kick away to Craig. Craig this time has Sims clear. 15 metres against Popplestone. Neil's been around a while. Off goes Roberts. That's perfectly put. Roberts should swallow that, and swallow it he does. Well, you don't get a better pass than that. Place out. John Roberts, right full forward pocket, 60-degree angle. And North need him right now. Not an easy kick. Easier than it is in a similar position at Football Park because they've got the John Creswell stand blocking off the breeze. John Roberts will make the distance. The angle is evident now. And will it come back enough? It won't at all in the top line for a point. And North now missing chances that they would like to get. 3-6 trail Sturt 10-5.
It's only academic. I think Roberts is playing out of a pocket now. Young Wellesby's followed him, and North are changing their ruckman to full forward. That's Michael Redden and Max Parker.
10-5 to 3-6, 12.5 minutes, second quarter. Daryl Smith to the grandstand side of Adelaide Oval. Roberts in front of Wellesby. That's a good clean mark. He's certainly a great, fine aerialist, is John Roberts. Now, Mike Redden is the target. He leads from full forward, but it'll be cut off easily by Lennon. Lennon gets a quick kick away to centre wing, and Whittlesey marks the ball. Whoop, they better let him go. Try 15, try 20 metres he should get. Finally has. Puts it up high to the lead. Kitchke! Oh! He went high over the pack. Soared like an eagle to take that one. What a brilliant mark. Another lead on from Scott Field, but that's ignored. Kitchke so confident, I think he thinks he can kick it. Goes short to Moskeny, finds that player. John Riley was a long way away from that action.
Gee, what a confident player Damien Kitchke is, Peter. To be his third or fourth year of league football, and he's just grown in stature this year to be almost unbeatable when he goes for a mark.
Has he ever? I'll tell you what, a goal's not beyond Moskeny either. He's playing confidently. He won't get it with that one, but up goes Kitchke again. He must like it up there.
He's just going for everything. He says, that's mine, and he just goes for it.
Can't see anything wrong with that at all, Graham, when you're playing like him. Arnold to kick in. Goes downfield looking for Parker. Whittlesey's going to have to spoil, and spoil he nearly did. Comes out with a footy. Russell in there. Over the top they go, and the umpire will come and ball it up centre field. 10-6 to 3-6. Sturt led 7-5 to 3-3. So they've added 3 goals to 3 points by the Roosters. Parker uses his body well to get the tap to Andrew Jarman. He's also going to... No?
Well, Max Parker said it was his, but the umpire disagreed with him.
Well, I rather thought that he was in front. Still, Reynolds going to get the free kick from centre half forward. Reynolds didn't have any doubt whose it was. Kitchke again. Shackey. Oh, he's got it. He's paid Shackey. Well, I don't know. To the naked eye, he looked like he had about third touch on that one, but when it's your day, and the umpire has paid the mark.
That's what they call a pack mark, Ian.
Well, I'll ask you more about that later, Graham, as Shackey lines up from 35 metres out. I would like to know whether a pack mark is a mark or it's only a theoretical mark. But Shackey, nice looking kick, and that's home for money. His first. Oh, it's around at the moment. 11-6 to 3-6 on 10 Sports Action.
Tonight.
Welcome back to the Navy.
Magnum's been asked to do what the Navy can't.
I witnessed it drop.
But no one believes what he uncovers.
This is your son's fiance? No.
It's Blood and Honor for Magnum, 7:30 tonight on 10.
This man has just become the most awarded driver in Australia ever, because his car has now added to its Car of the Year award with Modern Motors Car of 87 and Car Australia's Best Family Car and outright Best Car of 87 awards. His car, a Mitsubishi Magna. Award yourself a Magna test drive soon.
Over 80% of businesses start off well, then fail within the first 10 years, while others go through the roof. Is it the computer company they keep? Unisys. Better information, better decisions.
When you're over 50 and you've been a good, safe driver for years, rating 1, and you've just got your insurance renewal and the price has gone up, what can you do? You tear theirs up and call Amy up. That's what. At last, you'll get a new lower A1 rating for drivers over 50.
Lucky you're with Amy. Lucky you're with Amy.
In a shock first half here at Adelaide Oval as umpire David Elliott gets the game underway. Redden gets the first tap away. Brilliantly done, John Riley over towards Burton, who needs a half volley. Burton at centre wing to put North Adelaide into attack. Riley under pressure again. Andrew Jarman out wider still is Burton. Tangoes beautifully as he puts the ball to the half-forward line. Carlaw, well, he's come up off the half-back line. He replaced Jason Rowe, who appears to be back on the turf again. So it's Carlaw now, maybe even back on his customary position at centre wing, and that's a good pass and a good mark taken there by Stephen Barrett. He also came into the game during that second quarter. North has to make changes if they expect to win. Down 12-8 to 6-7 as Barrett puts it up for grabs. That's going to be close to home. Big Mark Roberts. Mark paid. Roberts is trying to pull the pea and thimble trick by walking straight back out. The umpire won't let him do that. He'll have to come round a good 100 degrees. He still shouldn't miss. He'll be able to improve his angle once he clears the debris. We could be here for a month. Roberts has booted only one. Beg your pardon, make that 2. Wellsby on him's done a great job. Sturt players don't want him to improve the angle, and the umpire is going to ping him. Oh no, he's going to send him back again. Well, this is the Punch and Judy show. He can only improve his angle again. He probably doesn't have to. It's taken him 10 minutes to kick this goal, and he slipped it through. Goal number 3, Roberts, and North off to a good start in the second half.
Well, Darryl Smith wasn't too happy with that decision. He threw his hands above his head. He looked at the umpire and said, "That was not a goal, umpire." And I must admit, from this angle, it was a close shave. It looked from here to be going over the post, but the goal umpires are in the best spot to judge that. And they won't, they're the sole adjudicators. That's the end of that. 12-8 Sturt, 7-7 North Adelaide.
I just get the impression, Peter, that North is starting to steady. At the bounce, Redden against Reynolds. Redden's tap away again. Andrew Jarman fires one in towards Cooks. He's got it. Burton runs. Might be too far out. Off goes Robert into the pocket. That's the way it's going. Wellsby is with him. Roberts. Well, that's a top mark under pressure again. And North come out firing in the second half. Roberts on the other side now, about 35 out, 45-degree angle. Hopefully he won't take 5 minutes to kick this one. A lot of experience in those legs and eyes and whatever else. Certainly not in a hurry. Hasn't got a tram to catch. As he heads towards the northern end. Seemed to get under that kick a little bit. I think he's got it. That's it. Great start, North. 4 goals, 2 in 2 minutes, John Roberts. And North Adelaide get themselves back in the fight. 8-7, they trail Sturt 12-8 on 10 Sports Action.
Yeah, one thing that's very clear, Ian, and that is that they're looking for John Roberts. I think that Michael Noon has made it quite clear to his players that John Roberts is the focal point in that forward line. And when he leads, they kick it to him.
At the bounce, only 4 goals in it now. Reynolds against Jarman, Redden through. on the outer side of Popplestone, couldn't get out, but the umpire's going to give a free kick. It's going the way of Sturt's Popplestone. Maybe when they grabbed him, he didn't have the football. I told you he couldn't get out. He's going to run it over to McWilliam. He's got a free rein. Out of the centre patch, he bombs in a long one. Up towards the leap of Kitschke. At the back of the pack field. What a brilliant chance. He's got it. Pops it through. Goal number 4. And Sturt answer the challenge. 13-8 they trail. North 8-7 on 10 Sports Action.
Well, what a quick replay that was. I couldn't pick up the reason for the free kick. There were a lot of players in there, but certainly when McWilliam got hold of the ball and booted it in long, Scott Field did just what he did in the first quarter. He read the ball off the packs very well. On that occasion, he was a master at it, roved it brilliantly, and kicked his 4th goal. 13-8 Sturt, 8-7 North Adelaide.
At the bounce, it's going to be Reynolds in opposition to Redden. Redden tries to heave it back to Jarman, couldn't find it. He still can't find it. Delina's in there, John Riley, and also David I, but the umpire's going to pull it up once more.
Good start in this third quarter by North Adelaide. We're 5 minutes into the quarter now. Redden put the left hand on the ball. Andrew Jarman again playing sensational football this quarter. Oh, the Carlisle handball missed. Popplestone got it back to Scott Russell. Sturt on the march again. Russell puts it up very high. Shacky's there for Sturt. A good tumbling mark there by the North Adelaide player in Simmons. He's been moved a bit in this game. Well, puts a high ball up, hangs it up there for John Riley. He plays it on. Sims uses the left boot to get out of trouble. Heinrichs in front. Across comes Reynolds. No mark. Barrett plays on for North Adelaide. One out, Roberts, and he's taken it. Well, Wellesby did a good job in the first half, but Roberts opening to this third quarter has been brilliant. A chance now to boot his 3rd goal for the quarter. John Roberts. He's kicked 4 already. He's kicked 62 this year. And as I mentioned before, he is the real focal point in this forward line. John Roberts sets it up from 40 metres out. 5 goals, John Roberts. North Adelaide looking a lot better. They're 9-7. Sturt 13-8 on 10 Sports Action. 6.5 minutes into the last quarter, with Sturt leading by 22 points.
Oh, this fella has pulled down some brilliant marks this afternoon. And this must give Sturt a little bit more confidence. They were starting to struggle, Graham.
He's hurt his ankle there, and I agree they were struggling. They need a team lifter. This may be the thing to do it. He's a great kick of the ball, Ian.
He's about 45 out. The ball might be starting to get a little heavy as the dew comes in on Adelaide Oval towards the northern end. Oh, that's a nice looking kick. He's not going to make the distance. Just offline the ball to ground. Well done, Craig. No pressure put on the North Adelaide player as he boots the ball back towards centre field. Cross comes Popplestone, and he takes a good mark. No, it is Shell again. He's got a few important touches. Shell now wobbles one to the half-forward line. Cook's back there. Thought about going off and wisely decides to go back and take his kick. Very talented player in his teens. 10th kick as he drives long up towards Parker. Parker can't quite. Now Arnold gets the run. Heinrich's got to run him down at an airy. Shell back in defence. Did it well. Gets the kick away.
Sudden death there, and the boy actually kicked the ball away. I think he was entitled to have a dash at it, and having done that, he is pinged for holding the ball too long. Arnold goes to the central part of the ground, and Roberts takes a great mark. Oh, gee, he hung there suspended. He hung there suspended for that brief moment, but it was enough to get a clamp on the ball. The umpire played the mark, and rightly so. John Roberts marks it 35 to 40 metres out, directly in front. If he kicks this goal, the game is on for young and old. They're only 22 points down. I speak of North Adelaide when I say they. Gee, he's been a team lifter, has Roberts today. 5 goals for the match so far. This could be his 6th. He's not a man that misses these that often. Sturt people are very worried now as he comes in. He goes to the side a little. Right, splits the centre. That's a top goal for John Roberts. The sort of thing you'd expect from a full forward. The man has kicked 61 goals for the season now. North Adelaide, 12-12, 84. No, 11-12, sorry. 78, trailing Sturt 14-10, 94, a margin of only 16 points.
Well done, John Roberts. He's been a force. Wellesby had a brilliant first half, although Roberts did get a couple of goals in that third quarter when he came out and got 3 quick ones. They were forced to move him and put Reid back on there, but gee, that was a brilliant mark and what a goal. The moment of truth for Sturt.
8 minutes into this quarter, Ian, so there's plenty of time for either side to get a clamp back on the game. Reynolds and Redden. Redden wins out. Andrew Jarman. Well, nowhere to go there with the ball was Andrew Jarman. And the umpire rightly calls for another bounce-up. Oh, gee, it stacks in the middle in that centre of the ground at the moment. You cannot breathe. Redden again. No, Wellesby grabs the ball, falls to the ground. The umpire calls for it once again. I'd swear Sturt are trying to close things up here, and yet they're a free running team that need plenty of space. I think they're better suited, Ian, to trying to get the ball out in the open, just run with the ball.
You're not wrong. They haven't got a lot of strength, and they're a young side. North Adelaide be happy to close it up. Painter wobbles one to the outer side. It's a match race. Whittlesee's out there with him. Jason Rowe, one-on-one. Whittlesea, well done. Hasn't got the football in. Goes to Lena. Tiller at the bottom, and the umpire will come and ball it up. 14-10 plays 11-12. North Adelaide showing great character. They looked blitzed in history in that first half when Sturt got out of the blocks, but they've come back, inched their way back into it. Painter now drives Sturt up towards full forward. Kitschke again, can't get to the second grab, gives it to Shecky. Open goal coming in. Does not miss, and Sturt recover for Shecky to boot his second goal. They steady. 15-10 to 11-12 on 10 Sports Action.
And full credit to the boy Kitschke. He could have had a kick himself then towards goal. He elected to give the hand pass to Rowan Shecky on the snap. And Shecky made no mistake whatsoever. There's a man who's kicked 7 goals last week and kicked 7 goals on 3 occasions this year in league football. He's kicked a very important goal for Sturt, and they sneak away against a 22-point lead.
Well, now can North come back? We're in for a ripper of a last quarter. Redden, who's controlled the rucks against Reynolds, who's worked very hard, given his all. Jarman clearly best on ground up towards Craig. Craig looks for running player, puts it out now. Cups is clear. He's been clear all afternoon, and at last they use him. At one stage in that third quarter, he seemed to be out on his own. I don't know whether he's very tall or not. They couldn't see him. They just didn't want to use him. Now he gets his chance.
I think he might have been playing on the ball, Ian, and the ruck rovers didn't really come to terms with that.
The boy from the north puts it on its way, and that is a marvellous kick, young man, and he's booted his second goal. North answer the challenge. They fight back, but still trail 13-12 to 15-10 on 10 Sports Action.
North Adelaide laying down the gauntlet to Sturt now. Sturt scored, then North score. And the game is really on for young and old. Peter Bennett comes back onto the ground. And the big fellow, Paul Arnold, has been replaced at full-back by Bennett. That's a strange one. I don't recall Bennett playing backline football
no, Parker's going
It is now, but it looked like Bennett was going there initially.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't have thought they'd put him at full-back, Graham, that's for sure. Peter, an attacking player. Redden against Reynolds. Redden again to Andrew Jarman. Whips it out looking for Sanders out there. In the road is I. And the umpire will ball it up. Gee, it's hard work in there. Now 16 points in favour of Sturt. They certainly don't want to let this one slip. After their brilliant first half, but full marks also to North Adelaide for getting back in it. They're searching for it. Wellesby it was. Sanders over the top of the Sturt player, but once again it's boxed in and another baller.
And it's amazing how many times young Wellesby has gone for knockouts out there. I'm surprised really, because it's really not his forte, but he's in there again. Knockout again. Wellesby's contesting with Redden. Redden pushes him aside and gives him a free kick. Well, there you are. The one who's going for knockouts. You get a free kick or two. Launches it across to Heinrich. Heinrich trying to find Delina, who's got plenty of courage. Oh, gee whiz. What a great mark by Delina. And David Tiller standing in the mark, but Delina was equal to the task. That took rare, raw bone courage, and I thought, taking that mark by Delina.
He's a very talented young man. He hasn't had a big afternoon, but he's played his part as he drives up. Redden over the top. Who's looking for it? Simmons can't get it out effectively. Here's a chance. Scott Field puts it across. Wellesby! Oh, he's come from backwards to forwards to take a mark in front of goal.
Ian, I said, why is he playing in the ruck? I think he's in the ruck.
That's probably why, Graham. Well, Wellesby has come from the clouds. He's moved 100 metres upfield. And if, as you say, where is Reynolds playing? And I'm just trying to pick him up.
Reynolds is in the forward line, so Wellesby's obviously changing with Reynolds as a ruckman, and I didn't pick it up.
30 metres right out in front. Wellesby's kick away at goal is a defender's kick. What's he? He's popped it through. Great goal of the defender. Full back into ruck, half back. Call him what you like, but he's popped on Sturt's 16th goal, 16-10. Plays 12-12 on 10 Sports Action.
Oh, boy, what a game on our hands difference here, and fancy Walesby taking a mark in the forward line and finishing it off with a goal. I cannot believe it. It appears he may not be in ruck. He may have just decided to take a punt and go forward with the play, because Reynolds are still in the rucking situation now, Ian. But what a decision by Walesby to do that from centre-half back.
As you said, Graham, he took a punt. I think he better join you in Mr. Footy punt. Not a bad performer. Reynolds against Redden. Once again, Redden's tap. He can't get it out clear. Russell in there looking for the footy. Gets the ball in towards the half-forward line. Painter gets edged out of it. Valuable free kick against Rudd. Down they go. Well, don't lose the ball now, young man. And I think it is Kim Russell at the bottom of the pack. Well, he spent a fair bit of time in the bunker. I thought he was injured, but maybe the lad was just having a spell for some reason that the coach knew about. Heinrich gets it out wide from Painter, puts it up for grabs. Shackie's in front, almost a big mark. Who can get it clear? In there's Clisby, down he goes. And the umpire will come and ball it up on the half-forward line.
Oh, gee, this Lawrence Shackie and Damien Kiske give back lines heart failure. The way they get their hands around the ball when it comes in high, they really are fine exponents of forward line play. Knocked to the ground by Parker, I think, just got his hand to it. Closing in on the ball to Scott Russell, had a quiet last half, a brilliant first half. He's won a free kick. In the back, against David Sanders, I would think. As I was saying, Scott Russell had a brilliant first half, but faded a little, as did a lot of his teammates in the third quarter. It isn't easy to keep up the pressure against a side like North Adelaide all day. And now Sturt are mounting a final flutter, shall we say. But they're well in front at the moment. Scott Russell comes in. Oh, high kick. Kitsky's down there. It's a goal! What a goal to Scott Russell! Oh, that's a magic goal. I don't think the lad ever thought he was going to kick that from there. It's his third for the game, and that could be the clincher, even though we're only 15 minutes in. That's a marvellous goal. That made impress North Adelaide. Sturt now move on to 17-10, 112. Exactly 5 goals in front of North, 12-12, 84.
That certainly was